Let's go. So it's now is XRP the new favorite crypto? Let's watch this video. Let's go.
Welcome. Thank you.
So what's the deal with XRP?
So the breakout trade of the 2026 crypto rally isn't Bitcoin or Ether, it is XRP. Now, the token tied to Ripple is up more than 20% over the past week, pushing past Binance's BNB coin to become the third largest cryptocurrency by market value. And even with the broader crypto complex pulling back today, XRP has been the quiet outperformer for months now. The use case here is payments, specifically cross-border settlement. Ripple designed XRP as a bridge asset. When a bank or payments provider needs to move value from dollars to yen, XRP can sit in the middle and help settle that transfer in seconds instead of days. Now, it's aimed at financial institutions and payment rails, which is a very different pitch from Bitcoin's digital gold narrative. And unlike stablecoins, which are basically tokenized dollars, XRP is trying to be the exchange layer that moves value between currencies. So money's moving into XRP for three big reasons. First, the regulatory overhang has finally cleared. Ripple has fully wrapped up its SEC fight as of August. Second, it's a less crowded trade than Bitcoin or Ether. And third, the flows have held up. Even during the Q4 dip, investors kept adding to XRP-focused funds, while Bitcoin ETF flows fell with the price.
How do you think the declines in Bitcoin and Ethereum fit into this? And specifically, these are two coins that have been wrapped up in digital asset treasury companies. And so there's this whole concern that there's going to be forced selling. So there's sort of that dynamic hanging over, just the decline in those assets in particular. And so maybe it's not surprising that investors are seeking an alternative within the crypto space.
Well, precisely. In 9 days from now, the MSCI is going to decide whether names like Strategy can remain as part of the index. You might see other forced selling as part of that. And then you've got XRP, where there's just a lot more upside. And yes, they're coming from a lower base, but that's part of why when you saw the spot Bitcoin ETF selling off in Q4 and all these net outflows, XRP accumulation was quietly gaining momentum.
I like the narrative on XRP, but I'm questioning the timing. Like, to have banks doing cross-border payments and settlements with the blockchain, to me, still feels like quite a ways away. I mean, right now, there's a lot of talks at the Bank for International Settlements and in other multinational institutions about how do we have interoperability? How do we make this work? They haven't even figured out what the rails look like.
Like, share, subscribe, guys. Let's go. Let's get this out there and help some more people to get this information out there. Let's go.
The rules of the road look like. Europe and the US don't agree. God knows what China wants to do. So are you buying it now, knowing that, again, I feel like a broken record here with my copper comment, it's going to go down and up a lot before it. This is not a straight line at all. I feel like it's more of a hedge against the decision coming from MSCI.
I think that's part of it, certainly. They want to be the SWIFT of, the international banking system. But at the same time, we're waiting for, to your point, rules of the road. And so the crypto market infrastructure bill, which we've been talking about for a full year now, is still in the markup stage in the Senate. But that is what a lot of pent-up demand is, meant to come from. When that is passed, it'll open up the doors to what Wall Street can do with respect to custodying these coins.
So, like, share, and subscribe, guys. Let's live up together. Let's spread this out. Help some more people. Let's grow together. So as you can see, XRP right now is up, one of the top current cryptocurrency right now. As we just start 2026. So it's definitely potential. It could go higher, and you can make a significant amount of money from it. So let's watch another one. Let's go. All right, so let's watch this one.
The hottest crypto trade of the year is not Bitcoin, it is not Ether, it is XRP, the coin formerly known as Ripple, soaring more than 20% this year, becoming the third largest cryptocurrency out there, and there's big money behind this trade. Mackenzie Sagalos joins us now with that XRP trade and what, Mac, is driving all of this interest in XRP.
Well, what's actually been interesting is that during the doldrums of Q4, you actually saw a lot of people piling into those XRP ETFs, which is the exact opposite of what happens with the spot Bitcoin and Ether ETFs, where people really move in tandem with the price of the coin. But it was the fact that it is a way to have a higher percentage jump. So people were buying the dip with XRP in Q4, thinking this is a less crowded trade than Bitcoin or Ether. And then that proved out to be true just in the first 6 trading days of January.
We've also talked a lot about the blockchains and the ecosystems that are being built around many of these systems. We know kind of what they are with regard to Bitcoin. We certainly these days know what it is around Ethereum and Ether. What exactly is the big use case or driver? What's the practicality for XRP?
Well, with XRP and Solana, those are the 2 very popular altcoins right now where you're seeing a lot more interest. And with Solana, a lot of these different forms of tokenization. So we talk about tokenized dollars all the time in the context of stable coins. But now we're seeing a lot of people move into tokenizing money market funds. And Solana has become a blockchain use case for that. And XRP made its name in terms of cross-border payments. But what's been fascinating is even just this morning, Morgan Stanley, which has been especially progressive in terms of having their financial advisors suggest that clients get into the spot Bitcoin ETFs. They were the first bank to do that. They're now, just this morning, filing an S1 to launch their own Bitcoin and Solana ETFs because there is an appetite there.
So in the world where Bitcoin has become a bit mainstream, I'm not going to say...
Guys, like, share, and subscribe. Let's get this out there. Let's get informed some more people. Let's grow together. And let's get back to the video. Let's go.
The boomer, that's not my line. That's from somebody else. Is it possible that XRP and Solana are simply taking their place as kind of the next cool thing to know about? Or do they have a legitimately different and more relevant use case?
Well, in the context of just looking to make an investment that has bigger gains, you're not going to get that from Bitcoin just because it's already so established. You're not seeing the same kind of percentage moves. But what's fascinating with Solana especially is just that it moves faster. And so you're able to tokenize these funds, move, whether it's a money market fund that you're moving along or some other tokenized asset, it just is more efficient than Bitcoin as a base blockchain, which is why you're seeing more use cases.
But that's also the reason why, right? Solana is the big thing right now because it is a faster transaction mechanism.
Cheaper transactions
and
too.
Ether is a cheaper transaction mechanism as well. We talk about stable coins if people have Coinbase wallets or Coinbase accounts. If they use the base network for now, many of those stable coins are transaction free. So the speed, is that what's driving a lot of this idea that cost and speed is going to be the defining factor for how people gravitate towards certain blockchains?
That's exactly it. And also with stablecoins, the Genius Act was passed into law last year, so we saw a lot more stablecoin issuers. But remember, it's not as though they only operate over one blockchain. You have different blockchains where you can move USDC, for example. And so Tron is another quick blockchain.
But at different costs, though,
at
right?
different price points.
Right.
And so Solana is a lot more cost effective than moving money over the Ethereum blockchain at different points, which is why you're seeing people diversify away from the big 2.
Times are changing. Do you
Yes.
think that? Do you sense, you talk to these people more than any of us, Mac, do you sense the times are changing or not? Is it just, in other words, are they looking for the next thing now that Bitcoin's been in a consolidation pattern, or are the real long-term holders, the true believers sticking with it?
I think absolutely we're seeing times change. You've got Vlad Tenev over at Robinhood talking about tokenizing equities. Brian Armstrong, part of why the Coinbase trade is doing so well, Goldman Sachs upgrading that to a buy, has to do with the fact that they're diversifying away from just being a cryptocurrency exchange, and they're getting into ultimately they want to tokenize equities. For now, they're just offering equities trading, getting into prediction markets, which also has deep ties into the world of crypto. And so it is this evolution of the market, certainly.
Guys, like, share, and subscribe, guys. Let's go. So as you can see, these XRP it's becoming one of the top cryptocurrency right now, because a lot of things going on. Some of you guys may know with Japan, they raise the interest rate historically the last 30 years. And they also incorporate a lot of the payment, some of their payment process have XRP involved with that. So, a lot of things is in my influencing XRP to go up. Also, everything that's going on with Venezuela and all these things that's happening right now, um, also can affect XRP. Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Welcome to the video. Let's go. See, XRP is one of the top crypto right now. It's up it's a decent amount for and the year just begun. And it doesn't cost that much compared to a lot of these coins out there now. For example, Bitcoin is at right now. Bitcoin is let me just check. Bitcoin is at about 91,000 and change. So to get one Bitcoin, right, you have to spend about $91,000 to get one Bitcoin. Keep in mind, you can still get portions of Bitcoin if you can get smaller portions. You don't necessarily have to get one full Bitcoin, but if you get XRP, right, XRP currently right now is sitting there at about $2.21. So you could spend $2.21 and get one XRP, right? And imagine XRP goes to the similar level that Bitcoin goes to. So you spend like $2.21 to make 91,000 or whatever the number similar to where Bitcoin is at right now. However, imagine um, if you get 10 XRP, right? That would cost you about $221, right? And if you were to get Bitcoin when it was at $1,000, right, and you get 10 of them, you spend about $10,000, and you'll be up right now a little over 900,000, right? Because Bitcoin's at about 91,000 right now. So imagine XRP move in a similar way. You could be up significantly amount by just spending about $221, right? This is just theory hypothetically if it moves similar to how Bitcoin move. I'm not saying that it's doing that right now, but a lot of these adaptation that's happening within the crypto world and some of the countries bank system, as I said with Japan and stuff. Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Let's level up together. Let's motivate some more people. Get this out there. Let's go. So Japan, incorporating some of the payment system and everything that's going on with Venezuela. Anything could happen with XRP could take off, and a lot of people could make a lot of money if they get at the. You can still make money anytime it goes up, but ideally, you want to get it when it's low, and then get it, ride it all the way up, similar to what Bitcoin is. What happened to Bitcoin, where a lot of people, some people got it at 19,000 or 20,000. Now it's at, as I said, about 91,000. As I'm recording this, so they will be up about 70,000 or so, right? They had gotten at 20,000. So that's just the beauty of like trading and making your money make money. So before you guys making a decision, I recommend doing your research and make sure that it makes sense for you. And this is not financial advice. This is not me. I'm not a financial advisor, so I'm not telling you what to do. It's just educational. I'm just informing you guys so you can make more informed decision. But I recommend doing your own research about these kind of coins like XRP. Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Let's go. Let's level up together. So another thing with XRP, right? It has a lot of benefit as far as transfer, right? Sending money. So what currently, right? It could take 4 or 5 business days or so to send money, right? But with XRP, it could take seconds, right? You could send money. So in other words, you'll be able to, you'll be able to you'll be able to receive money if somebody send you money faster than if you were using traditional way. So that's a something that's very um, you know interesting with this, and could be enticing for a lot of people to get their money faster when they transfer, especially big institution like banks. They could get their money faster, and transfer money faster versus just having money just sitting there for days and stuff, right? Just have the money get there, settle, and it also can be a cheaper way of making of transferring, right? Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Let's go. Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Let me know if you guys have XRP, or if you guys already know about it or what. Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. Let me know. Drop it down in the chat. Also, um, if you guys want to learn more things like this, like about trading, crypto right now, stocks, option, all those things, you could check out the link in the description, or you could type, um, community, and I'll send you more information. Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Let's go. Let's go. So right now, as I said, XRP is sitting at about $2 and 21 cents, as you can see right here. $2.21 right there. So a few like about a year ago, right? Actually, less than a year ago, it was sitting at, wait, sorry, let me see. Yeah, about a little over a year ago, right? It was sitting at about 51 cents. 51 cents, guys. Can you imagine getting these at 51 cents? You could get a lot of um a lot of XRP when it was at 50. You could get a lot, right? And then it went all the way up, right? It went all the way up to about $3, and it went all the way up to about $3 and what's the number? About 30 cents, $3.30. So imagine you had gotten it at 51 cents, and then it goes up to $3 and 30 cents or so. And you imagine you had gotten a significant amount, right? You would have been up a decent amount right now, right? So this similarly, what's going on right now is sitting at about $2 and 21 cents. So if it goes back up significantly, say, I'm not saying this happening right now, it's gonna happen anytime soon, right now. But imagine it goes to 200, 300, or even like close to Bitcoin, and you get only say 10 of them, right? You could be sitting at a decent amount of money. Um, if you if you you know if you get the XRP at about $2.21. So you spend about $221 to get 10 of those, and you'll be sitting on a significant a lot more money, if it goes up close to where Bitcoin is, right? Or even where Bitcoin is. Because if you imagine, if people who got Bitcoin when it was at $1,000, right? Um, they if they had gotten 10, right? I said this before, but if they had gotten 10 Bitcoin, they would have been spent about $10,000, right? And now Bitcoin is at about $91,000. So share, and subscribe, guys. Let's go. Welcome to the video. Let's go. Let's get this out here. Let's grow together. Let's go. So now, Bitcoin is sitting at about $91,000. So times 10, right? It would have been about 900,000, not little over 900,000, right? Just by you just investing $10,000. So that's the beauty of trading, guys, and investing is that you could make your money, make money for you. Um, not just not just exchanging your time for money, but putting that money to work, right? So if you had $10,000 when Bitcoin was $1,000, you could have bought 10 shares, and then you would have been sitting on a over $900,000, right? And this wasn't that long ago, right? When Bitcoin was $1,000, it's literally it's less than 10 years, less than 10 years, right? Less than 10 years. Um, wow, less than 10 years, right? It went up from about 1,000 and change to about 91,000 right now as I'm recording this. So in less than 10 years, imagine imagine having $1 million or so. Because if Bitcoin did go up to right now sitting at about $91,000, right? But it did go all the way up to about about a little over 120 or so, 117, 120 or so. It went up. So that means if you had put the 10,000 and got 10 of those when it was at $1,000, you would have been up over $1 million, right? When it was at that the 117 or $120,000. But currently it's at $91,000 as I'm recording this. Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go up together. Get this out there. Help some more people. So as you look at XRP, right? XRP is one of the popular one right now, where it's only traded at $2.21. So if this moves similar to what happened to Bitcoin, a lot of people who get it, especially a decent amount, they could be sitting on a decent amount of money if it goes close to Bitcoin or even to where Bitcoin is at. So as I said, you could buy 10 XRP right now for about $221 because the current price right now is $2.21. And if it goes up way higher, you could make a significant amount of money. Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Let's level up together. Let's go. Let's get this video out here. Let's help some more people. Let's go. Let's get this information out there. This is something that they should be teaching in school, not just crypto and whatnot, but investing things, because it could be a game changer for a lot of people, right? Once they learn this kind of things, it's like they could make their money work for them, and they don't have to necessarily go work for their money, right? If you think about a lot of wealthy people who have money, billionaires, all those things, they invest, right? They invest in businesses, they invest in companies, stock market, things like that. So they don't just work for their money, right? They make their money go to work, so they make a lot more money, right? That's why it says the rich get richer, right? If you have, I don't want to go off topic, but if you have a say $10 million, right? $10 million, and you put in, say, an investment account that makes 7 to 10%, and if it makes 10%, right, you could be making $1 million a year without you having to go to work, right? So that money is generating you $1 million a year at a 10% rate, right? Because you put in $10 million to in a 7 to 10% interest rate. So that's why one of the reasons why they get richer, right? The rich get richer. So we want to definitely be, doing investing, all those good things. Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Let's level up together. Let's go. Let's get this out there. New year, new you. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Let's leave inheritance for our children. Let's go. Let's go, guys. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Welcome to the video. Let's go. XRP is dominating right now as I'm recording this video with crypto. So, and it's only traded at $2.21. So, if it continues this trend and goes similar to where Bitcoin is, could make a lot of money. Again, guys, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just educating you, informing you guys with these things. I recommend doing your research before you get into any of these trades, whether it's stocks, option, crypto, all those things. Make sure you do your research and make sure it makes sense for you. Let's go, let's go. So a lot of interesting things going on with crypto right now, as you guys can see. Especially with everything that happened with Japan and what happened with Venezuela and all those things. So a lot of these things can influence, these things that's happening right now. And a lot of things, it's making it more convenient to do a lot of the things like XRP can make it faster. Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Let's live up together. Let's go. Let's go, guys. XRP can make it more faster to transfer money. So what takes, a lot of like 3 to 5 business days or 4 to 5 business days right now, you could take within seconds with this particular crypto, right? Coin, this XRP. And as I said, some countries are starting to incorporate it into their payment process, like Japan. So definitely something to look at if we want to, make more money. This is one option you could do. Because as I said, if it moves similar to how Bitcoin moved, you could be sitting on to have a lot of, a decent amount of money, especially if you get a decent amount of the coin, the XRP, right? Let's go, guys. Like, share, subscribe. Who's out there is trading XRP or any of these cryptocurrency? Let me know down in the chat. If you guys want to be a part of a community where we go over these things and we talk about options trading, some crypto right now, all these good things, all these things. So you could put community in the comment section. I'll send you over more information. Also, check out the link in the description. Let's go, guys. Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Let's go. Let's get this video out there. Let's help some more people. Let's grow together. Let's go. Who out there doing XRP or trading any kind of crypto right now? Let me know. Type it in the chat. What are you trading? Let's go, guys. All right. We're doing on time. Okay. So with that being said, guys, remember to like, share, and subscribe. Let's level up together. And remember, praise glory, peace. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, guys. XRP. Let's go. Okay. All right. Let's go, guys.